Hello, you gorgeous lot. Welcome to another episode of The Psychic Explorer. I hope you're doing well. Happy Valentine's weekend. It is Valentine's weekend. I don't know about you, but I am yet to book anything for my other half. There are no bunches of roses I bought yet, no card, and there's certainly no fancy restaurant booked yet. However, I'm letting myself off because as I'm recording this, it is only the last week of January, so I have got plenty of time. And I'll be honest, I'm sort of hoping Simon will take care of a lot of that as well. Take it off of my hands. Hello, how are you? First of all, before I get started, a big old thank you very much to Rob Lomax. How did you find it? What did you think? Wasn't what Rob had to say really fascinating? Came from a very different point of view than what I come to spirituality from, but still no less valid. And actually, when I think about it, that conversation really opened up my eyes to other options which I thought weren't even open to me before. So yeah, I hope you appreciated, and thank you again to Rob for coming on. Massive thank you to all my guests, but yeah, thank you to Rob for the last episode. So it is Valentine's weekend, and I'll be honest with you. This is maybe the fifth time I have recorded this introduction, this episode, because I wanted to talk to you today about love. Isn't that lovely? It's Valentine's, and love, gushy love, and all that lot. But I'm recording this a couple of days after some pretty horrific things that have happened in the US. And I was wondering, do I go political? Do I sort of go a little bit preachy about spiritual bypassing, about being all love, light and rainbows, and trying to ignore everything, and how I think that's actually really damaging? But it just did not sit right with me. I thought, no, I don't want to go down that route. I don't want to be preachy. I don't want to be ranty. As much as what I am witnessing, what is happening in the US, and as a result, the ripple effect that it's having across the rest of the world, especially in my own country, the political ideologies that are bubbling away under the surface, which, to me at least, absolutely terrify me. I thought, no, I can't focus on that, but what I can focus on is exactly what Valentine's Day is all about, and that is love. It's difficult, isn't it? And excuse my French, but it's difficult when we see so much shit go down in the world around us. We think the world is just full of hatred. The world is full of differences. And what can I do? I've literally been... I am a very politically aware person. I pride myself on knowing what is going on in the world. I find it really interesting. But sometimes it's to my detriment. I'll listen to the political analysis on my podcasts day in and day out, and I really have to sort of go in and go out of it. I've been watching all this stuff happen. I've been listening to it all. And I thought, what can I do? What can I do? Why? I'm not in that country, yet it is affecting me on an emotional level so much. It's exactly the same when things kick off in Gaza and in other parts of the world. It just affects me. It does affect me. It really does. But there's also, with that sense of sorrow, is the only word I can think of at the moment, comes this sense of helplessness. What can I do? And I sat here for as I said, the fourth, fifth, maybe even sixth time just trying to start this episode, not having a clue, but having a basic structure, but just not being able to formulate how I want to take this episode. And I was just sat here and I was just thought, pull a card. And I pulled a card from one of my decks, and it was Goldilocks and the Three Bears. And underneath it, it said Child of Hearts. And around the outside, it had a picture of a heart. And on the picture, Goldilocks was wearing this apron with little hearts on it. And I thought, I knew it. I thought I knew if I pull a card, it's going to be something Valentine's related. I can guarantee it. And, it was. But I sat with it and I thought, no, this still just doesn't resonate with me. I don't know what I'm going to be talking about here. And then I picked up my phone. And like I say, I've got my personal Instagram account, which is very different. The stuff that comes up on my algorithm for that is very different. It's very political. I don't post a lot of political stuff. It's more artsy photos from my travels and things like that. But the algorithm shows me lots of political stuff on that, whereas my Psychic Explorer is all love, light and rainbows. And I was on my Psychic Explorer side, and I obviously can't show you this reel, but what I will do is I'll put the audio onto it. All you need to know is this reel of a bus driver who drives around Hackney, which is a borough in London. And as he drives around on his route, he has this portable bubble machine, and he opens his window, and as he drives, these bubbles just come out of his bus. And it is such a simple thing to do. I was watching this reel, and I've reposted it on my Instagram. So if you are interested in it, go to my Instagram, go onto the Reels page, and you'll see it there. Here is the audio of it. Just listen to what this guy has to say.
Hey mate, what are you doing? What are you doing?
The love. You've got to share the love. As soon as people see a bubble, they're smiling like they don't know why. That's the whole point. You don't need a reason. There's 3 people I've made cry. I'm getting emotional now thinking about it. An elderly man came down and he says to me that his daughter always gets this bus and she's very poorly in hospital and she doesn't smile much, but every time she speaks about me, she smiles. A black cab car pulled up next to me and he says, Rob, you don't understand what kind of day I was having, and you just made my day, and his face went red. This is the weapon of mass construction. 106 is cool. I'm from Hackney. A lot of people come in the bus who actually know. So it's like a home route. It's my home. Life is short. Smile more. That's what it is. That's my motto. Thank you very much.
I saw that and I thought, that's it. That is it. That is what I want to talk about. Things are really not great in the world at the moment. And it's very easy to feel really powerless. It's really easy to think, who am I to make a difference in such a power-filled world where it feels almost impossible to make any difference whatsoever. But what that video showed me, we all have the power to make someone smile. We all have the power to make someone laugh. We don't have to be comedians. We don't have to be Samaritans. But if we all touch just one person in our day, said hello to someone, then what a difference could that make, and what impact could that make? I spoke early on about the ripples that the US politics is having on the UK politics, and they are having massive ripples over here. Humans, people, souls are inherently good. We want what is best. And sometimes that means that some people make judgments that don't seem to be good on the surface, but actually if you probe bit deeper, then you sort of understand where they're coming from. It takes empathy. That doesn't mean I agree. Trust me, there are plenty of people who I understand where they're coming from, but I staunchly disagree with where they're coming from and their ideology. But that doesn't mean that I don't have the power to make an impact on their life. If that means that I drive around with a portable bubble machine hanging out of my car, so that when I drive, bubbles follow me around the village that I live in. If that means that you can say hello to someone, a stranger, just smile at someone. I know it can be a bit awkward, but actually just smiling at people can make such a difference. I went to my online sitting in the power practice that I do on a Sunday evening. It's facilitated by Dana Willey, the wonderful guest I had on episode 8. And she has something called City in the Power Sundays, where it's a free online thing. You go on to her website, Mediumship with Heart, where she talks from her heart or from spirit, and then she takes you through a guided meditation where we just sit in the power. And then after that, we have a question-answer session if anybody has any questions. And she was talking last week about an interaction that she had with someone that works in a shop, I think it was. And she just stopped and she asked them how they were. And I know in America, there's this culture of asking how people are, but not really listening to the answer. And she was saying that she asked this person how they were. And she asked them again, said, no, really, how are you? Are you all right? And the person interacted with her in such a way that it left him saying to her, "Thank you for asking about me. I really feel seen today." Imagine the impact that had on that person's life just from asking, "How are you?" No, really, how are you? We all have the power to love. And that love does not need to be gushy. It doesn't need to be red hearts and red roses and fancy meals out with bouquets of flowers. It can be taking the time to say hello to your neighbour. It can be taking the time to remember that a colleague of yours is going through a hard time and just to stop and ask them at the water cooler or in the canteen or wherever it is, "How are you? Are you okay? Like, what's going on with that situation you were talking about a little while ago?" At the same time, it can be difficult to have empathy with people. Someone may have wronged you. You find it very difficult to relate to someone else's point of view. Maybe someone cut you up on your drive to work this morning. Maybe you threw them the middle finger. Maybe you swore under your breath. Having that space for love and empathy for someone you dislike is the hardest thing to do. But we're not going to get anywhere in this world if we continue to dislike one another, if we continue to point out our differences rather than point out what unites us, to try and understand those differences and why that person feels the way they feel, where have they come from, what has been their experience. To witness the injustices, the hypocrisy, the double standards. And this doesn't have to be on a global platform. This can be in your life. This can be something that you have experienced or are experiencing in your own life. It's hard to talk about love when our concept of love is so binary. And as I'm sitting here, I'm really thinking to myself, how can I relate this back to mediumship or spirituality or psychic work? It's nothing too profound. I'm sat here, I'm thinking, oh God, where am I going with this? But actually, it's really nothing too profound. When we connect to the beyond, the overall feeling and the vast majority of the messages that I get through are from loved ones telling the people that are still here they love them. Empathy, apology, and love. Those are the 3 points that come through over and over again. And if our frame of reference is used by the world beyond as a library and we don't understand empathy, if we can't open ourselves up to at least try to understand those that we don't agree with, how are we going to improve in our mediumship? How can we improve in the messages that we receive and that we convey to sitters? I'm going to end this first half of this episode with audio from a video on YouTube. The channel is called Dose for Society and the video is called Older People Give Life Advice. Have a listen to this, and when the people are talking, don't necessarily think that the advice they are giving is about life. Shift it to think about mediumship as well. And a lot of what they'll say, I think, resonates a heck of a lot. After the break, I'm going to put together a meditation. So if you feel like you need to, or if you feel like you want to, then stay tuned. And there'll be a meditation that I've put together on the other side of this.
What advice would you give to your youngest self?
Don't be scared. Make the hard decisions.
Don't worry yourself about things that might never happen.
And what makes you say that?
Because I spend my whole life doing it.
And, well, why is that important? Why would that be?
You waste emotional energy. You're wasting time on something that A, might not happen, and B, you can't change anyway.
Yeah, so true. So then, what would you say to young people that are literally struggling with that right now and maybe they're watching?
Try not to worry about anything that you can't change. Think of other things that they could do that might improve their lives in other ways, but don't waste time worrying about something that you cannot change.
Spread my feathers and let my beauty shine.
You had any problem with that?
Well, we all do, right? And we all want to make sure that we can give our best selves to everyone and let our inner selves shine.
Don't be so afraid.
Have you been afraid of something that you needed to overcome?
Oh, sure. Plenty of times where there's an opportunity that came up and you think about it and you think about it and then you're like, oh, okay, maybe next time. And you put it away for a way, and then you think later, like, oh, I really should have done that. I really should have gone there.
Take any opportunity that you have for your future. Because as a teenager, I had a very simple, boring life, and then I had the chance to go to Japan, and it changed my life.
Don't get so caught up in things. Don't get so worried. Have fun. Have a little fun.
And why would you say that?
Because we're all going to die eventually. You don't want to spend your whole time worried and fretful and anxious about this or that.
Seize the moment. Say yes more often. And don't always say no. And don't always think things over too much. Oh, well, I think there's been times when I haven't seized opportunities. I've been too cautious. So, whereas now I sort of feel like that was a bit silly. I should have gone for it more. I don't regret things, but it's just what I would say, I think.
Now I've realised over my life I've probably not done things because I'm too worried about what might happen and might not, whereas really, just go for it.
Probably to take my time and to explore and not be afraid to explore and adventure and those things that maybe I think were too big, to go ahead and to try, to just have a go. Sometimes fear can hold us back, and when we're younger, like on one side of it we can be fearless, but on the other side of it, with fears of the unknown or fears of different, and change can be intimidating. Ask yourself why you're afraid. Ask yourself where that fear is coming from, and then begin to investigate that and press forward into it. And if you need to make a change, make a change. If you need to step in another direction, then step in another direction. But don't let it hold you back from following and chasing your dreams. Thank you.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope that 3.5-minute audio clip brought a smile to your face. It certainly did mine. I've listened to that a couple of times now, and I thought, am I cheating by taking something from YouTube and putting it onto my own podcast? Yes, probably. However, things are there to be shared, and I think the whole point of this episode is love. Love is there to be shared. And on that topic of sharing the love, I've put together a meditation, which I'm going to play in a moment. If you wish to take part, then by all means, please do. Just the only thing I would ask is make sure that it is safe for you to participate. If you're driving, do not do this. Make sure you are sat somewhere and that you are safe, free from distraction. The point of this meditation is to hold love for yourself and to hold love for someone else, whether that be a loved one, whether that be someone that you're finding it difficult to love at the moment. The point is to share your love, because that is what we do in our mediumship. We share the love that we feel from beyond to our sitter. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Take a moment to settle wherever you are, and if it feels comfortable, gently close your eyes. Begin by noticing your breath. No need to change it. Just notice the inhale and the exhale. Allow your shoulders to drop. Let your jaw soften. Let your body arrive in this moment. Let go of the day's tensions. This time is for you. An opportunity to feel, an opportunity to forgive, and an opportunity to allow your love to grow. Imagine a soft, warm light forming in the center of your chest. This light is not blinding, it's not intense. It is steady, quiet, present. With each inhale, this light gently grows. And with each exhale, it softens and spreads. This light is love, not the loud kind, not the performative kind, but the quiet, enduring kind. The kind of love that holds you even when you feel tired. The kind of love that stays when you don't have the answers. Allow this light to fill your chest, expanding past your ribs, into your shoulders, down your arms, and into your hands. Let it move up into your throat, past your jaw, into your cheeks, up to your eyes, to the top of your head. Let it move down into your stomach, past your hips, through your legs, all the way to your feet. You don't need to force anything. You don't need to fix anything. You don't need to become anything else. Just notice what it feels like to be held in gentle love. Imagine this soft light expanding beyond you. This light is just enough to include someone else. Maybe it's someone you love, someone who is struggling, someone you don't understand, or someone who feels afraid. This light is not going to save the world. This light is not going to solve everything. But in this place, you are safe. There are no stories, there are no arguments, and there are no conditions. In this place, you are both safe. In this place that you share with this other person, there is only an intention. May you be held in love. May you be safe. May you feel supported. I will leave you here for a few moments, just you, this light of love, and this other person. And as I leave you, notice how simple that intention is. May you be held in love. May you be safe. May you feel supported. Notice your breath, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Return your awareness to the space that you are in. Allow your feet to feel the surface beneath you. Allow your body to feel the air around you. When you are ready, gently open your eyes and return to yourself.